What is going on, you guys, and welcome back to another video. And today, for the very first time on my channel, we are going to be doing a Q&A video where I answer your questions that you have put on my community tab. And before we do that, I just want to thank every single one of you in the comment section for obeying my rules, where it says please be kind and respectful. And I have seen your questions or comments, whichever, and you have obeyed them. Thank you very much. It means a lot to me. And as a reward, my comments are going to be turned on for the first time in a very long time. Woohoo! Let's go! Now, I did make a Q&A video before in the past, but that was not properly. And the reason for that was the time my comments were disabled. And I know you guys would ask me, why were the comments turned off? Like in every video that I made. Well, that is a very good question. Because as you guys know, sometimes in videos or communities, they just get so toxic for no reason. Well, I mean, it just depends on the video, really. And this is not the place to be. Like, on my channel, in my comment section, toxicity like that is what I don't tolerate. And that is not the place to be. So let's say the reason why, well, I say two reasons why I had my comment section turned off was one, for community protection. And the second thing is, I wasn't really ready until today. I start turning on comments for the first time so I can hear your guys' thoughts on these videos. And I know some people have been requesting me to turn on the comments. And guess what? I have done it. I am doing it for the first time. Since you guys have been very kind and respectful, I will start putting on comments for the first time. However, not every videos that I make are going to have comments on, but that depends on what videos I make. So anyways, everyone, I shall now start reading your questions in the comment section on my community tab, and I will try and answer them if I can. But some of the questions I may not know, like I don't know how I'm going to answer to it. But anyways, let's read the first question of all time. Well, I say the first question in today's video. JUBBALAYA asks, if you had to choose to be a superhero from Marvel or DC, what would you choose and what superhero would you be? So I'm a fan of Marvel and DC. And out of one of them, I prefer DC over Marvel. Although I do like Marvel, it is great. Even though it has been woke before, but I think now they've revived it. And my favourite DC superhero I would choose would obviously be Superman. And my least favourite would be Batman. The reason why I would choose Superman is because, not just because he's my favourite superhero, but like there are things Superman can do. He can fly, heat vision, spin, etc. Like what we've seen in the Superman movies or even in the games. Although I do love the Superman movies, especially the Christopher Reeve ones. But rest in peace to Christopher Reeves. He will be truly missed. So I would definitely choose Superman. But anyways, thank you for the question, JUBBALAYA. Much appreciated. Bradley Phillips, aka Super Legend Victory, who is another good friend of mine, asks, if you had a poster of Marvel movies, which one would it be? I think I would go with Iron Man, the first Iron Man movie. So a poster that would look like this one. But I'm not intending to get any posters. Even if I did, then yeah, still, I'm not intending to get any posters. Although I've had some before, like Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4. I even still have the poster with Sonic Boom and Sonic the Hedgehog. And the reason for that was, I used to be a fanboy over Sonic. But now, I've just backed off from it. But that doesn't mean to say I don't like Sonic anymore, or I'm just not a fan of Sonic. I'm still a fan of Sonic, and I do like it still. But, yeah, thank you for the question, Bradley Phillips. Much appreciated as well. Moving on to the next question. CallumLeeeee asks, what do you prefer out of these? Number 1, Dr. Pepper or Professor Peppy? Professor Peppy, good one. Number 2, cats or dogs? And is Vito Scaletta still in your dream team? So, number 1 for Dr. Pepper or Professor Peppy. Honestly, I would choose Dr. Pepper. But Professor Peppy is really good. That's what I will say. That is actually a nice name. Or a good name, let's say. Number 2. I do like cats, but dogs over cats. Because obviously I've got dogs in the house. No offense to people who like cats, but I do like cats as well. But it's just the sheer factor that I prefer dogs over cats. And yes, Vito Scaletta is still in my dream team. Because, in my opinion, Vito Scaletta is one of the best characters in the Mafia franchise. I know we've had like Tommy Angelo and Lincoln Clay, but out of them, Vito Scaletta is a lot better. But I do not like his appearance in Mafia 3. And I know there is an option where you can kill Vito Scaletta. And when I played Mafia 3, I didn't kill Vito Scaletta. I think this was the ending where you had to choose rule alone or rule with everyone. But I chose rule with everyone. Although a lot of people say the good choice to make is to leave New Bordeaux. So yeah, Vito Scaletta will always be in my dream team, as he is one of the best characters in the Mafia franchise. So yes, thank you for the question, CallumLeeeee. Much appreciated as well. And just before we move on, let's have a look on here. YTmintzy made a prediction, saying definitely will be Dr. Pepper and dogs. So, great prediction. Pureperoni, if I've said the name right, says, "Hey IronBatWick, I love your videos. You're super real and relatable. I've got a sister, too, and she can also be a right B word. I have a few questions, well, Q&A questions for you. Answer as many or a few as you like." Okay, before I read you guys these questions and answer them, the one thing that I forgot to mention at the start is some of you have written over 10 questions in the comment section, and I was quite surprised at it too. And some of them have really good questions. Some of them can be tricky. That's what I will say. And I am willing to answer them if I can. But yeah, you can do that. Just ask me anything. You can just put like more than 5 or 10. Well, just like do up to 10 really. But over 10 is okay. But anyways, number 1. What's something in your life that you wish people understood better about you? So I've written this on my phone just to do a bit of a script so that I don't forget what I'm going to say. So the one thing that I wish people would understand about me is not to give me a hard time, like constantly being relied upon, begging, or even pressuring me to do things that I don't have to do. Because all of that gives me a lot of trouble and stress. Like, I've had people in the past who have given me a hard time. And eventually it just gets to the point. I'm like, I can't. And I am just about fed up with it. And I just wish people can stop pressuring me, overstressing me, begging me and stuff like. I've had someone who I know, he kept begging me to go out on the day we go for lunch together, and I was like, no, I can't because I'm quite busy. And it was like, oh, please do it. Like, I don't like it when people are begging for me because it just causes me a hard time. Whether you like someone, going as far as constantly relying on them or begging them is just taking it way too far. And with that person that I had to block, because I made a shorts video about it, if you want to know who his name is Ty King. Like, I'm just about fed up with people like him begging me to do things that I don't have to do. Because if they're going to do that, then I may have to take action that I don't want to do. And that is, I'm going to have to start blocking people. Second question. Who's someone in your life that's tough to get along with, and how do you deal with it? To be honest with you, I really don't know at this point. But there is one person I can think of, and I'm not going to say his name. I don't mind being friends with him, or I don't mind not being friends with him. It doesn't really matter. It's up to him what he decides. But sometimes he does make fun of me, and this was the time when I did the Shattered Veil Easter egg, and I failed it like 6 or 5 times, I believe. And then he would say to me, oh, it's funny that Mark failed the Easter egg on Shattered Veil. I know I've done this sort of video before where I said, it's funny that 4 people failed the... I know this may sound hypocritical, but the only reason why I did that was they started it on me first. Like, you don't make fun of someone until they do it to you first. Because that's all you gotta do. Wait for them to do it first, and then strike back on them. That's what I've always had. Like, that's the rule I've always had. You don't fire your weapon on someone unless they fire first. And I'm not really sure how I could just deal with it. Like, after when he says, it's funny that I failed the Easter egg on Shattered Veil on BO6, I'd just be like, piss off. And then just go ahead and block him. Because that's what I just do, just to calm myself down. Because I don't really want to get into arguments with people. Alright, moving on to the third question. What's the worst thing your sister has ever done to you? Only if you're comfortable sharing. The one thing that my sister has done to me is snatched my phone off me and ran it over. This was back in 2017 when I was trying to call my dad to come back to the house because my sister was about to take one of my dogs, well, Eni, or Anakin I would say, because he kept barking at the fireworks. My sister would not listen to me, so he was taking Eni just as I was about to call my dad. She snatched the phone off me, and then just about to get in the car, put it under her car, and then she just ran it over. And I was like deeply shocked. And then next, she would put the blame on me, telling my dad that I was the one who broke my own phone. And then after that, he would come up the stairs, kick my table with Lego dimensions on it, and it was all over the floor. And I was very fucking shocked by it. And it's not really fair when you have people wrongfully blaming it on you for this shit that you have never done. But anyways, moving on to the fourth one. What do you do when someone close to you is being really unfair or mean to you? So instead of arguing with them and stuff like that, or even swearing at them or blocking them, I just tend to just stay away for a while. So yeah, like I said, instead of me removing them or blocking them and stuff like that, like I said, I just tend to stay away for a while until it all calms down. Because I don't really want to block any of my friends or stuff like that. Because I've done this before with one of my friends, who is Miles Hempstead. Me and him have had stupid arguments in the past. But this was back in that was like 2 years ago, I believe. So that was 2023. And we had a misunderstanding over something. And then after that, we just decided we would stay away for a while and just not talk to each other. And then a year later, well, ever since my dog Eni had passed away, he came back to me and said that he was sorry for my loss. And it was really much appreciated by him, because I didn't think he was going to be sorry about my dog, because obviously he would anyway. Because me and Miles are best friends ever since we've been to college together. And we don't really want this all to happen where we're just not friends anymore and stuff like that. So like I said, with my friends, even though I have arguments with them, or stupid arguments, yeah, like I said, I just tend to stay away from them, just to calm down. 5th question. What helped you stay calm when things get really hard at home? So, if things get hard at home, like maybe arguing with my dad or my parents, well, basically my parents, then I just tend to just come up the stairs, come in here, watch a bit of YouTube, like maybe Peachuli, Benevolent Gamer, or even other people raging on Twitch or on YouTube. One of my favourite rages of all time definitely has to be P. Schooly. But no, I call him P. Schooly, but he's actually Peachuli. So that's what I do, just watch a bit of rage compilation, even though I've done it on my channel. But yeah, that's just when I just calm down and just have a laugh and stuff like that. Number 6. What's something you've gone through that people might not know about? The one thing that I can remember was back in 2017, I had one of the haters who was seeking my attention, but I won't say his name because he's already been long gone from it. And he would just hate on me and stuff like that and say, oh, do not subscribe to this guy's channel. And his name was absolutely worse. Well, my name back in the day was called Sonic the Marcus. And I'm not going to lie, that was kind of an awful name, in my opinion. And then after that, I changed my name to Sonic and Batman Marcus 2000, and that was another awful name. After that, I changed it to Iron Bat. That was a lot better. But then I decided I'd give it an upgrade and call this one IronBatWick. Because of course, I'm a fan of Iron Man, Batman, and John Wick. Number 7. If you could replace your sister with any fictional character, who would it be and why? A fictional character to replace my sister is a character from Life is Strange. And her name would be Max Caulfield. And the reason for that is because she has the power to rewind. So basically, for example, if someone was about to be splashed, or they get splashed on, Max will rewind the time, and then next warn them that they're going to get splashed on, and next they don't, because of Max with her powers to rewind time. So that's why I would choose her if I was to replace my sister. Number 8. What's something that annoys you at home but you've learnt to laugh about? There is a lot of things that I have done at home, and this is a tricky question. And that would be one of my dogs coming in the house without his nappy on, and then goes ahead and wheezes in the house. So basically, Robbie, who is my granddad's dog, but now he lives with us, sometimes I find it funny, but it is annoying that Robbie pisses in the house. As I like to say, he is weeing in houses. Number 9. If you had a magic remote that you could mute someone in your life, would you use it? Definitely would. Especially when they're being annoying or stuff like that. Number 10. Why do you and your sister clash so much? Has it always been like that? Well, I don't know if me and my sister always clash, but I say sometimes we do. But it depends on my sister whether she behaves like a real adult, because sometimes she can act immature and so sensitive. And yeah, I think I say those two. Like, I remember the time when I was a little kid and I used to do a bicycle kick like Liu Kang from Mortal Kombat, like lie on the floor, do a bicycle kick on my sister's door when she has it locked with her inside. So I would say sometimes me and my sister do clash. But yeah, as I say, it just depends on my sister's behaviour. Do you ever feel like your sister bullies you? Or is it just normal sibling stuff? I'm going to be honest with you. I do feel like my sister bullies me. And why? Because two things. One, she makes me believe things that isn't true. So she basically lies to me. And two, she gets me into trouble with my parents because the fact she is a telltale. And that is the reason why I don't trust my sister. I'm not saying I can't trust her, but most of the time I just don't trust her because of that. And that's the main reason why I have problems with being autistic, for that sheer factor. If only my sister can act like a real grown-up and not make me believe things that isn't true. Because it's just not fair. Like the one time where she said to me, "Oh, there's a ghost in that cupboard," and she just haunts me. I look in the cupboard and guess what? There's absolutely nothing. Or pretends to put one of her fingernails in my pocket. I look in there and there's absolutely nothing. So this is a perfect example why I don't trust my sister, because of that. But anyways, thank you for your questions, Pureperoni, if I've said your name right once again. I do apologise if I've missaid it. But yeah, thank you for your questions. Much appreciated too. Mr. Moo Cosplay says, I thought I'd ask you a few. Look forward to Q&A. Number 1. What's your tattoo going to be? So the tattoo that I'm getting at the end of August is going to be on my right arm. And the tattoo is going to be a logo or symbol, whatever you call it, from Star Wars. And that is the Rebel Alliance. So it's something like this, but not all filled in with black, because there will be something to it. And I am looking forward to getting my tattoo. And what my friends did say to me, that it does hurt when getting a tattoo. But I am going to have to put up with it, obviously. And the reason why I'm getting a Rebel Alliance tattoo is because I have been a big fan of Star Wars ever since. And I like the original trilogy. Although I do like the prequel trilogy with the Clone Wars. But I like the original trilogy with the Rebel Alliance. What would you rather fight? By the way, second question. 6 camel-sized chickens or 1 chicken-sized camel? Ooh, I'm going to go with 6 camel-sized chickens. Number 3. Left Twix or right Twix? So, I'm guessing this is some sort of chocolate bar. But I don't really know. I think I'm just going to go with the left one. Number 4. What's your favourite What is your favourite memory on your favourite video game? My favourite memory of all time is killing a lot of people on GTA on this RP map. Like, this was a time in GTA Online where a lot of people fall for this trick, but now they don't. So basically, you start off with trying to climb over stuff like that, or boxes, containers. You get in the helicopter, you take off, go onto the platform where all the weapons are, and then once that's done, you start shooting everyone around in the arena to get a lot of RP. And I got up to like 200 that time, but now I'm on nearly 800, I think. Yeah, I think I'm on 800 on GTA, I believe. But now these days, you're not allowed to do RP glitches because Rockstar takes action on people who cheat and grief and stuff like that. Number 5. Do you think you'll ever update your dream team with new members? Example, Mr. Carmichael, for example. I think I have got new people in my dream team. But there is one person I can remember, and I think I've got more than that. And one of them is Shinobi, one of the ninjas from the Sega Mega Drive games. And I am looking forward to playing the new game of Shinobi, which is based on Streets of Rage. Well, actually, the same creators that made Streets of Rage 4. And I do enjoy that game too. Hopefully I will get some enjoyment on the new Shinobi game. So maybe at some point, I will do a part 3 of my dream team. But I don't know when exactly. Number 6. Are there any upcoming games you're excited for? Sonic Racing Crossworlds. That is a game that I am excited for. But my only criticism I have with it, because of how pricey it is. Like, look at the price on that. That is absolutely ridiculous. But yes, I am still excited for it, because there is going to be Nickelodeon collaborations, like SpongeBob, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, including Avatar. And I am excited to play with my friends Zackboy and KR Decade, because I believe that is going to be cross-play. So hopefully, we are going to be in a squad against other people in a race. Number 7. Have you considered uploading any Let's Play series? I'm going to be honest with you, I still don't know at this point. Because ever since, I've been completely burnt out. Because I'm just completely out of ideas on what to do for my next videos. But I am more focused on what I need to do, and I have been getting busy ever since. So I don't know whether I am going to do any Let's Play series. But I think I might do that when I'm playing Gears of War on the Ultimate Edition on my PC. But whenever I play a new game, I'm just more focused on live streaming on Twitch. So I still don't know whether I am going to be doing some Let's Play series. Although I was going to do that with Halo Infinite, but for some reason, I just didn't feel like it. Because sometimes, whenever I come up with these ideas, it's like, I just don't feel like it. So maybe I was thinking about doing those kind of series, but it depends. It just depends on how I feel. But anyways, next question. What is your dream skin for them to add on Fortnite? The one collaboration that Fortnite has not done, and I've been wishing this, it's a Capcom collaboration. No, it's a Capcom character, and it is an underrated franchise, if I'm right. And that would be Rockman. Nope, only Japanese people would say it, Rockman. So they say Rockman. So Rockman is actually Mega Man. I do wish Epic Games would do a Mega Man collaboration. Like maybe a skin of Mega Man, his pickaxe, a glider for Rush, and then another character like Dr. Wily with his UFO glider and his own pickaxe. That would be really cool. And not just them, but other characters like Bass and Proto Man. I honestly think it would be sick to see Mega Man making his way into Fortnite. Although Mega Man was seen on the collab survey, and I do hope that one day Fortnite does do a collaboration with Mega Man. And now, Chapter 6 we're in is Japanese themed. Because the collabs we've had so far, from what I can think of, is Mortal Kombat. I was actually happy Mortal Kombat was in there. But why haven't they done other collaborations with other Capcom games like Mega Man and stuff like that? I know that we've had Street Fighter and Resident Evil, but why haven't they done Mega Man? Even with Street Fighter, we've had Ryu, or Ryu, however you say his name, Chun-Li, Guile and Blanca, and the other character, whoever her name is. Oh yeah, and Cammy, too. Like, they should have more characters, like maybe M. Bison, Balrog, Sagat, or who we've not had in Fortnite yet from Street Fighter 2. So I do hope one day, and wish Mega Man to be a collaboration on Fortnite. Okay, number 9. Do you collect Lego? If so, will you be making a video on it? I used to collect a lot of Lego when I was young, but I don't do that anymore since 2013, I believe. Somewhere like that. I do still have all my Lego in the attic, and I don't know if I will get them out and show you guys. But I am hoping that none of my Lego, like my Lego sets inside the boxes, are broken, because if so, rest in peace to them. Number 10. Are you familiar with the Waywolf Foundation? They have the tallest towers, the biggest blimps, and all of the skins. Ooh, interesting. If you've done it, Waywolf has done it already, and 10 times better. They're probably heavy invested in the Q-Vengers. It wouldn't surprise me if they didn't fund them. So, just before I answer the question, disclaimer, this is a roleplay, so don't take it serious. And to be honest, I have no idea who the Waywolf Foundation... Well, I haven't heard of the Waywolf Foundation. So, what I am seeing here, I believe the Q-Vengers have made more expansions, since they have taken over Verdansk, Al-Mazrah, Urzikstan, Real, and what was the other place? And even Steelport. So basically, they're trying to expand their army to be even more stronger than the Marcus Hunt. And even now, they just won't stop. They're just unstoppable. They just won't give up. All they're going to do is continue fighting us in this war. Like, continue fighting the Marcus Hunts. But anyways, thank you for your question, Mr. Moo Cosplay. Much appreciated too. YTmintzy asks, 10 questions. What's your favourite song? My favourite song is Lucid Dreams by Juice WRLD. And the reason for that is to honour his legacy. A lot of people miss Juice WRLD, and so do I. He was one of the best rappers, and I do think he deserved to have his own skin on Fortnite. Although everyone did receive the anime style, or animated style of Juice WRLD, but in my opinion, the normal variant of Juice WRLD you can buy in the item shop is a lot better. Number 2. Do you secretly care about your sister, even though she's sometimes a B word. So people may think I hate my sister, but really that isn't true. The only time I care about my sister is if she behaves like a real adult. And I have nothing against her for having ADHD, either way, but the only time I'm against her is if she's being immature, being sensitive, not listening to me, making fun of me, lying to me, and even doing stupid things to make her dumb. Even I've made a load of videos of me ranting on her. The point of me ranting on my sister is just for a bit of fun, and to criticize her or even expose her for what she done. And I don't like making rant videos on her, but to me, she's the reason I make rant videos on her. So like I said, I've got nothing against her for her ADHD or anything like that, but the things that I have said earlier is what I'm against with her. Well, you know, that I'm against. Like, I've got nothing against anyone for their disabilities because technically I'm disabled. I've got autism with learning difficulties and even speech too. But it's just the sheer factor that my sister does need to learn. Like, learn to be a real grown-up. Because if my friends or a lot of people, including myself, are trying to act like real grown-ups, like if we want to act like real grown-ups, then so should my sister. But anyways, the next question, number 3. Am I your friend? And the answer to that is, of course. Because if I wasn't your friend, then I would have blocked you, regardless. And by the way, I know who YTmintzy is, but I'm just not saying who that person is. Number 4. What's the coolest thing you've ever done? The coolest thing that I have ever done was when I was at college. After lunch, we had a fly buzzing around in the classroom. And the only person who killed the fly was me. And everyone in the classroom cheered. So it felt like I was the hero for killing that fly. Because I have killed loads of flies. I even have the stinger as well. Here, I'll show you. So whenever I see a fly around, this is what I use. And I am sure that I have done a lot of cool things in my life. But there's so many that I just can't remember. But me being the hero, killing the fly in the class, is the coolest thing I have ever done. The next question on number 5. What's your top favourite collectibles? So collectibles that I have are my Pingu VHS collection, DVDs, video games, like games on my Xbox, Thomas and Friends Backman train models, Black Ops 4 characters on Blackout, and best of all, my Fortnite locker. So I think my top favourite collectible of all time would obviously be Fortnite. Because if you guys have not seen in this video, I have so many cosmetics, and you can see how much money I have spent on there. Well, wouldn't see the price of it, but you could see that I have spent so much money on Fortnite. And I am hoping to do a locker tour again at some point, but even more longer. Well, I don't think it'll be that long, but I think I'll just make it a bit quicker, and then you would have to pause the video too. So I would definitely go with Fortnite. Number 6. What's your favourite food? I remember in that god-awful, well, kind of awful Q&A video, well, I say it was kind of awful, I mentioned chips and cheese. But now I'm going to change it around. My favourite food is margarita pizza. Number 7. Do you prefer the winter or summer? So summer, of course, it gets really hot. And this is why I've got my aircon on, so please excuse the noise in the background. And then in winter, it's cold. But I'm going to say for this one, winter. Number 8. Will you ever do a live stream on YouTube? I think YTmintzy forgot to put on YouTube. I do live stream on Twitch if I feel like it, but I don't do it daily or most of the time. But I'll just say I do it part-time. So I'm not always live streaming on Twitch. And I haven't thought whether I will do live streaming on YouTube. Because I think you can do a live stream on Twitch and YouTube, I believe. So I don't really know if I ever will do a live stream on YouTube. But most of the time I just do it on Twitch. So if you guys want to check out my Twitch channel, here is the link in the description below where you can see like TikTok or X/Twitter, etc. Number 9. Will you ever put comments on other than this post? So ever since Monday, when I posted on my community tab that I would do a Q&A video, which I'm doing now, I actually have started putting comments on. And like I said earlier, as a reward for you guys obeying the rules, I have started putting comments on for the very first time in a long time. Last question on number 10. Do you think you'll ever rebrand your channel, like the name or your profile picture? I don't really know. Although I have been changing my name, like from IronBat to IronBatWick. I just like it the way it is. And even my profile picture as well. So I think I will just do what I want to do on my profile. But anyways, thank you for your questions, YTmintzy. Much appreciated as well. And before we end this video, we have got one very last question that I almost forgot to read from Super Legend Victory. Again, he has another question and I completely forgot, well, almost forgot to read it. So I do apologise, Bradley, on this one. Let's read the last question of the day. Who is the best striker of Star Wars? IronBatWick. I know. I bet on Obi-Wan Kenobi. All the way. You are spot on, Super Legend Victory. You are absolutely spot on. Because Obi-Wan Kenobi, in my opinion, is definitely one of the best strikers in Star Wars. Even I play as him on Battlefront 2 when we're playing co-op missions or when we're playing heroes versus villains. Although heroes versus villains can be a pain in the arse because it can be sweaty sometimes with all the spamming and stuff like that. But other than that, best striker is definitely Obi-Wan, because Obi-Wan Kenobi is one of my favourite characters in Star Wars, in the prequel trilogy. And then in the original trilogy, you have Luke Skywalker. I do like Anakin Skywalker too, but like I said, with Obi-Wan Kenobi, he is one of my favourites, and I do think he is the best striker in Star Wars. But anyways, guys, that is it for today's video. And thank you very much for all your questions in the comments section. Hopefully I will make a video like this at some point in the future, but I don't know when. Until then, I will see you soon. So, if I ever post anything on my community tab of the next Q&A video, feel free to ask me a question. Any question you like. Please be kind and respectful. Like maybe what is your favourite sport? what do you do like every week on Tuesdays or Thursdays. It could just be absolutely anything. But yeah, like I said, please be kind and respectful about it, because if any questions are inappropriate or what, then I will not answer them. So yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. A like is always appreciated. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and don't forget to turn on the notifications so you won't miss another video. And I will see you guys next time. Have a great day and night to you all. Peace out. Underwater.